everyone. We're starting off our day here with the chickies. I have a funny story to tell, so I thought I'd tell it with the chicks. I've already been playing with them a while. Applesauce is a little upset with me because I'm wearing leggings today instead of my jeans, so it's hard for her to claw onto my legs because they're slippery. So I feel kind of bad. Maybe if I put this here. So I wanted to tell you a story because obviously there's a lot of Taylor Swift talk these days. I saw this TikTok that made me laugh, and it was a sound that I've seen before. It's like a Kardashian sound or something where it's like, why don't you just call up Taylor? I don't know what this thing is, but it says something like that. It's like, why don't you just call up Taylor? And someone had used it because they were stranded at Taylor's concert. They couldn't get an Uber. Anyway, it reminded me of a text message that I got once. And I don't know if I've talked about this on my vlogs before or anywhere on the internet, but I feel like I have. I don't know. You guys can let me know and remind me if I've told you this story or not. But I need to charge my old phone because I need to find a text message on that old phone to read it to you. I had a therapist, and I know I've talked about this therapist before, but I had a therapist who was not great for me personally. I went to her specifically for help with my dermatillomania, and she would not stop focusing on my son Flynn, who I had just had. She would not stop talking about him and my relationship with him, and I was like, okay, but that's not what I'm here to talk about today. She kept talking about it, asking millions of questions about it. I was like, okay, you know, if she wants to help me be a better mother, like, I'm not against that. Obviously, I want to be the best mom I can be, so I'll take any advice she can give. But all her advice was pretty judgy and not very kind. She basically was like, when you're with your son, are you able to only think about that moment you're in with him fully and not let your mind wander to anything else? And I was like, well, no, my mind's always thinking about a million things. Basically, she was like, because you cannot be fully immersed in the moment with your son every time you're with him, you're damaging him long term. You'll never be able to truly bond with your son, and that's gonna hurt him long term, blah, blah, blah. She said stuff like that, and it was like, it wasn't helpful, because even if that were to be true, like, even if it's true, like, I'm really damaging my children by not allowing my brain and working with my brain to fully 100% be focused on that moment and be immersed in that moment and not think about anything else, which that's really hard to do, not just for people with ADHD, but I feel like people in general, that's a hard thing to do for moms who have a million things to do. You know what I mean? Anyway, even if that's true, I don't feel like that's the right way to say it to your client if you're a therapist. I feel like there's better ways to say, like, okay, so this is something that we should work on. Let's try different techniques to get you to really be in the moment with your son so you can make the most of those moments and he can make the most of those moments. You know, I feel like there's ways to go about that where it's like, hey, let's try this, let's do this. Oh, hi, Pink. Not a good fit for me. I knew she wasn't a good fit for me from the first time I met her, and I went to her for months and months and months, but I was so afraid that I was just like leaving a therapist because I didn't like what she was saying, as opposed to like, she wasn't the right fit for me. Oh my God, I'm taking way too long to tell this story, I'm sorry. So I stopped going to her, obviously. I was like, this isn't a good fit, and I said to her, I was like, hey, this isn't a good fit for me, like, I'm gonna try to find someone else, you know, whatever. Then, this is the crazy part. This is what Taylor Swift has to do with all of this. Months and months and months later, I got a text from this therapist that was so bananas. And it was like, hi, hope you're well. My niece loves Taylor Swift, and I was hoping you could call her and have her call my niece or my granddaughter. I can't remember who it was. She's like, I was hoping you could call up Taylor Swift and let her know that my niece is a fan, and like get her to call her or send her a card. Anything would be great. And that to me was the craziest thing in the world. First of all, I do not know Taylor Swift. Why do you think I can just call up Miss Swift? Even if I did know Taylor Swift really, really, really well, let's pretend we're besties. I still would not do that. Like, that still is so inappropriate and weird. That's so weird. I'm charging my phone right now because I'm like, I was thinking about it this morning and I was like, I have to find that text message because it's so unbelievable. I need to reread it and make sure that I'm not remembering things wrong. So I wonder if I still have it on my old phone. I'm charging it now. We'll find out in a second. Dang it, guys, I can't find it anywhere. I looked all through my old phone, and I guess I have the setting on my phone that deletes old messages to save room. So I looked and I looked and I looked and I couldn't find it. But I do know it was like just so unhinged. It was just so weird. It was like, can you please have Taylor Swift? I think she wanted me to send a card to her daughter or niece or granddaughter or something like that. She's like, can you please send a card? Because she's a huge fan. And I just thought it was so inappropriate to ask her patient. Like, this is a therapist. This isn't like a friend we're talking about. This is my therapist, who I had cut ties with because she wasn't a good therapist for me. It was just so weird and unprofessional. Am I crazy? Like, that's so unprofessional. That's crazy, right? Wild. The therapist I had after her was great and was very helpful with my ADHD and my dermatillomania and everything else. But anyway, craziness. Okay, I've been working and I need to go have some kid cuddles. So let's go get some kid cuddles. Oh, babies. What'd you get? You got Elmo? What did you get? She stole both of them. Did you get Elmo? Corey got the kids' presents. He got the kids. He got both the babies and Elmo, but Maisie has stolen them both. Na 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 na. Yeah. Yeah. Who's this? Is this Elmo? Elmo. Oh no, she's decapitating Elmo. Maisie, you're squishing Elmo.
She's like, that's
Let's go.
Where'd it go? You're welcome. You want cuddles? Oh. Where'd Elmo go? Where's Elmo? Where's Elmo? Where's Elmo? What? Hey! Elmo, where'd you go? Elmo, where'd you go? Where's Maisie? Maisie's gone. Maisie.
Where's Maisie?
Where's Maisie? Well, you're hiding a long time, girl. Oh, here, I'll go get it. I found you! Oh, be good. To Daddy.
Ooh, to me, yeah. Thanks for your hands. Hands. Yay, Maisie.
Good job, yay! Quack, quack, quack to Daddy. Quack, quack, quack. Oh, oopsies.
You stink like a bag of rocks, dude.
Quack, quack, quack. Dang, it's pouring. It's hailing. It's hailing outside.
Aquadada.
Quack, quack. Quack, quack.
Maisie, come to Dada. Can you take my hat?
Hi, Black Jay.
Show my hat. Ooh, pretty.
Peekaboo.
Maisie, I like your hat. Whoa, where'd she go?
Where's Maisie?
Where's Maisie? Where's Maisie? Maisie, where are you?
Maisie, I can't find her.
Maisie. Ah! Oh, hat. Can I see my hat? Can you put it on my head? Thank you. Good job to mommy. Do you want my hat? Take my hat.
I have no interest. And you know what's crazy is I know they can do it because the other day, Wesley, I was sitting next to him on the couch and he stood up on the couch and he let go of the back of the couch and I put my arm there because I was like, seeing about to fall. And he took like 2 or 3 steps on the couch, like on a not flat surface, a cushy, hard to walk on surface. He took like 2.5 steps. And I was like, dude, they just want to do it on their own time. Lord help me when they finally do start walking, but for now, they're just not interested. I'm folding laundry and I thought I would show you guys my technique. When Flynn was a baby, I followed Marie Kondo, I don't know, the girl with the tidying up show. I followed her method, like how to fold clothes. Well, just Flynn's clothes, I didn't do it my own. But it was like, she folded it like so intensely and it was like certain, like sectioned off, like a little perfect sandwich and they set up in the drawer like this all perfectly. So now I'll show you my new technique. It does work really well. Like it really does like sit perfectly in the drawer and then you can see everything you have. It's amazing. So this is my new technique to folding clothes. So I fold it so it's like kind of like all on the line and then I just like wrap it around itself. Ta-da! It's a very fancy technique. Same with baby pants. Fold them in half, wrap them around, pretty much fold it. By the time these get to their drawers, they're all just undone anyway and I just kind of shove them in there. So this is actually kind of fun. You need help with what?
Putting the socks in the bin.
Oh, Flynn's helping me. He's putting all the socks in the bin. All the socks I just washed, he's putting in the dirty clothes. So he's being very helpful, huh, Flynn?
Yeah.
Check it out. How easy is that? Half, roll it up. It's folded. You going night-night, Maisie? Night-night. Night-night, Maisie. So we wanted to come check on the chickies, but we weren't wearing shoes, so we put on Daddy's shoes. See, I'm wearing Daddy's shoes. Oh, and you're wearing Daddy's shoes. Hey, they look like they might be a little big on you, dude. What do you think? You think they're a little big? Oh, those are Mommy's shoes. Mommy's shoes are cozy, huh?
Yeah.
Y'all. Okay, let's check on these chicks. Okay, I just got the kids to sleep. And before I put them to sleep, we were playing with Snapchat filters. Yes, I have a Snapchat. I don't really use it, but I do use the filters sometimes to make the kids laugh. And we were having too much fun, so I'll show you a couple. I only saved a couple of the ones that we did. I didn't post them to Snapchat, but then later I ended up posting one to TikTok because it was so funny. So I'll put those here because they're very entertaining.
You trapped, baby. What?
Who's that, Maisie?
So cute.
you, Flynn? Flynn? What? Flynn? What happened to your hair?
I don't know.
Where'd your hair go? Hey, Wesley.
Wow.
Wesley! No, Flynn, can you smile? Flynn, smile!
No.
Flynn, here, Wesley, you smile. Wesley! Wesley! Oh, yes!
Oh, yeah! I'm so cool. Look at Daddy. Do you want to look at me?
You look gorgeous.
Ooh.
Here, Wesley. Oh, yeah, baby. You look so pretty. Maisie. Yes, Queen. Oh, my God.
Mama.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
Maisie. Wesley. Oh, my God.
Oh no.
That's a good giggle, dude.
Oh no. Oh no.
So yeah, very fun. But now Eric's making chili. I think I saw him through the window making chili, and I'm gonna do some work. I'm gonna eat some chili and hang out. So, it's a mosquito. Oh no, I'm gonna get eaten alive. Okay, I gotta go. I'll see you guys later. Smells good down here. Smells like chili.
Made you chili.
Chili, heart cornbread. Thank you. Chili was delicious, and now I'm looking through an old like journal sort of thing. As you guys know, I love a journal, I love a diary. I have way too many. It's like kind of embarrassing how many I have. This is from 2012, so literally 11 years ago. Wow, I can't count. Oh my God, 11 years ago. And it's all about like my career as Miranda that year. I had been doing Miranda for a few years at this point, but for some reason decided to kind of document it as much as I could that year. It's very interesting. So I'm kind of going through like down memory lane lately because of some of the projects I'm trying to make happen. So this has been interesting to go through. I'll read you some. Look at this. Miranda, 2012. I want to document my Miranda adventures better this year. The last couple years have been nuts, but I already feel like I'm forgetting so many moments. That's actually true, and I'm really grateful I did this. So after spending 2 years living and auditioning in New York City, I decided to try out LA. I love living in warm weather and having a car. Let's just hope Miranda lasts out here. So I did some shows in Hollywood in January. Look, I put the special guests in my show. Lindsay Pierce, she just did Elphaba on Broadway. Kurt Mega, he was on Glee. Tori Kelly, Frankie Grande, Morgan Carr, and David Burnham were the people who performed with me. So I used to only perform in shows if like I could have people performing in them with me, because I didn't think I'd be able to do a one-woman show fully by myself. That scared me too much. Disney cruise. In January, I got the opportunity to go on a Disney cruise to Mexico for a week for free. I had friends who worked on the ship. I decided to take advantage of the situation, dress up like Miranda, take pictures of the characters. So there's Miranda dressed up with Belle and Donald Duck and Snow White. North Carolina! I was just in North Carolina. So in February, I went to North Carolina. In March, I went to Texas. I filmed a video with Pentatonics. I was on Victorious. Look. There's me in my dressing room, my script, and my name on a dressing room door. I was so excited that I got to be in an episode of Victorious. In March, I did the Cinnamon Challenge. Remember when that was popular? And someone from the Wall Street Journal asked to do an interview. So this is the Wall Street Journal. Ta-da! Oh my God, the memories. This is so wild. This is a diary entry. I like put it into the book about my Sacramento trip. So first time I went up to Sacramento, I performed in a choir, and I became friends with the choir director and some people in the choir, whatever. And it was like a lovely experience, but it was very personal. I didn't stay in a hotel. I stayed at their house. Yeah, they like reached out to me through email or something, and then I called them and like, it's like, yeah, I'll come perform with your choir concert. But anyway, this is the next time I went up. And I said, I had a lovely time in Sacramento. I made a quick appearance at a singing competition and spent a couple of days with friends. I met them when they brought me up here 2 years ago for a Miranda concert with a full choir. Their names are Bob and Sam. They're probably the most perfect couple in the world. Every morning they make breakfast and read the paper to each other while they eat, and in the evenings they invite friends over and we all enjoy a cup of tea. I love it. I will hopefully be coming back back up to visit and do a concert this summer. Yay, Sacramento. Isn't that so cute? I love that. Oh my God, so cute. April 29th, today was an exciting day. I hit a total of 30 million views on my videos. I know it's not a lot in the YouTube world. That is a lot, but I'm proud of myself. I can't believe my videos have been watched over 30 million times. That's insane. And then I did some Hollywood shows. There's me and Frankie and Todrick and AJ Raphael. And then there's Jeanette McCurdy and me and my sister. Look at the bangs, guys. My original bang days. I did a show in Utah in May. Then I went to New York City, and there's me and my friend Anthony. When I lived in New York City, I lived in a house in New Jersey for a while, and I was on like the bottom like basement floor of the house, and Anthony lived in the floor above me. And we always talked about how it felt like the show Friends, where it was like we would just like go into each other's apartments and just like hang out, and we were just like family. Like, I love Anthony so much, but he actually is the one who taught me my favorite cookie recipes, and he's an incredible chef and an incredible culinary genius. And this is us baking cookies in New York City. New York was a blast. I stayed for about a month. While I was there, I visited friends, performed a bunch, saw great theaters, spent way too much money on delicious food, and had a sold out show at Birdland Jazz Club. It was a blast, but I was definitely ready to get back to California by the end of it. I stayed with one of my best friends, Anthony, and we had a blast. The pic below is from a video shoot I did with the Godspell cast of I put 2032. Why did I put 2032? What? I'm so confused. Was that what it's supposed to be called? Okay, so here's the picture of me with the cast of Godspell on Broadway. You guys recognize him? Think Stranger Things, y'all. Here's me at Birdland with Adam Pascal, genius. Hello, original cast of Rent, Roger. Seth Rudetsky, genius. Jim Caruso, my favorite human being other than my husband and the other favorite human beings I have, but I love Jim Caruso so much. I had a show in Seattle, I had a show in Boston, I had a show in Provincetown. I love Provincetown. Me with Varla Jean Merman. Oh my gosh, literally the most iconic drag queen of all time. Okay, I've got to go help. I guess the babies are waking up, so I have to go. So I'm gonna go. But that's really fun to go through, and maybe I'll go through it later more with you, but I'm gonna actually say goodnight to you right now, and I will see you guys tomorrow because Eric said both babies are awake. He just texted me, so I'm gonna go help him. Okay, love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.